Full Velocity TV begins now.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, strap yourselves in for the wildest thrill ride of your life. So grab a snack and sit back because we're about to throw it down.
We've got the best three-wide action door-to-door racing out of turn number 4 you'll find on iRacing, right here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
We are about to crown tonight's champion, and it's time to let her dig.
We're restacked and repacked up a turn number 4. Who's it gonna be?
And as we transition away from the Halloween ghosts of 2019, or unless you're playing quarterback for the New York Jets, your source for esports racing is live. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Full Velocity Racing Network, live tonight at the Knoxville Raceway Sunday night shootout series for DWRL, presented by our friends at BladeNo.com, is on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. Hello, everybody. Phil Lacasse here. Jack Chewin on the controls for us this evening. And going to be a great night. Good car count on hand. And Knoxville going to be very good to us here tonight, live on the network. Great to have you all aboard. We're about to get racing in about, a minute or so. So before we do that, let's take this thing trackside. Let's pay honor to this great nation, the United States of America, with the playing of our national anthem. Welcome back inside the Knoxville Raceway here tonight. Full Velocity Racing Network, presented by BladeNo.com for the Third Warrior Racing League Sunday Shootout Series. Great car count, as you said, on hand. Qualifying is complete in the first of what appears to be three heat races on the docket here. We'll see. So 3 heats. So we're out there with a consolation round a little bit later on, followed by main event racing this evening. Heat races are going to be 8 laps around. Let's take you through our lineup here. The Voiles Trucking starting line for heat race number 1 on the pole with tonight's Hard Motorsports quick time, 22.826. That is David Blackberg, and alongside of the number 12, BlakeNote.com machine for Eric Eichstadt. Row number 2, the 319 of David Brewer, the number 21 of Jim Revis on the outside of row number 2. Third row, the 122 car is Brandon Culp. The 631 of Alex Cummings on the outside of row 3. Row number 4, we find Tyson Pankow aboard the X91 with the number 00 alongside of Michael Whitlock. And rounding out our 10-car field will be car number 32. That is the Hot Knife, Caleb Reif. He'll roll off 9th, and alongside with the 999, the 999 for Tim Kahili. Great to see a new name out here tonight live on the network as we will go 8 laps around this Knoxville Raceway. It's going to be a lot of fun here this evening. We got my brother and partner in crime, Todd Stanton's also out there tonight. Facebook Live with the Stars on Dirt Championship night for them with the UMP Modifieds and the Pro Late model. So if street stock's maybe not your favorite way to land, you can also catch great action over there as well. If you can go back and forth or watch us both at the same time, well, God bless you. I hope you do. We thank you for supporting us here at the Full Velocity Racing Network as we're starting to already move toward the holiday season, which is really kind of hard to believe. And Christmas music on in the house this afternoon, which can't believe we've already turned the page into November. Where has 2019 taken us? There's been a lot of fun, but with 2 full months here left of racing to go, just cannot wait to see how this year closes out. It has really been a great one for all of us here. Thank you all for being aboard this season and flying the colors of the Full Velocity Racing Network as we'll check into the Facebook Live chat that I see is a buzz here in a few seconds, and we're going to look off turn number 4 where we receive that Chevrolet Silverado iRacing.com safety truck pulled its way in. Our iRacing I flag, green flag up in the air. David Blackberg, I should say, going to lead the field down to the turn number 1 and 2 is David Brewer on the inside lane there in that 319. Eric Eichstadt, Hill Power on the outside. He's the first car up top, put him up to that second spot. We're going to transfer the top 3 into the main event, so that 3 is going to be money here through these heat races. Off turn number 4, Blackberg going to complete lap number 1 as the leader. Eichstadt will fall in a second. The race now back for the 3rd spot. David Brewer holding on. He's going to charge from behind from a 21 of Jim Revis. Jim really throwing that thing off in the turn number 1 and 2. Didn't get the grip I don't think he expected down there, but he'll try it again here. Running the middle of the racetrack now over in turn number 3 and 4. We got top 4 all single file, and looks like a little gaggle of cars even behind them for 5th on back. Brandon Culp back there. Tyson Pankow, Alex Cummings moving his way through. Mike Whitlock back there. Pretty good 4 or 5 car battle for about 5th on back, but we keep it up here toward the front because that's where we're going to be transitioning from 3 drivers from heat race number 1 on into our A main later on. So let's see who will get that laundry out of the way here early as we go 2 laps in. And it's still up front, 3 laps in, I should say. Number 16 of David Blackberg is Eichstadt rolling in for 2. Race for 3rd. Thought it would be a little bit better than now. Revis giving the back end of a 319 of David Brewer. A little bit of a shot down off into turn number 1 and 2. Thought he may have a run off of 2, but I guess so fall back in line. That second pack there, 5th and 6th place drivers, Tyson Pankow, Brandon Culp, beginning to run down this top 4, so they may not want to get too comfortable because some good speed. Tyson Pankow showing early. Brandon Culp's got a pretty good piece back there as well, so we'll keep an eye on what can happen. But top 4 all stay single file. David Blackberg is led all the way home. We're halfway in heat race number 1. We'll see off turn number 4 if anybody can make a run. Eric Eichstadt, the Voodoo Child, doing a good job out there. He rolls in position number 2. David Brewer now, he's going to make a shot to the low side, maybe take a peek under the left rear of Eric off turn number 2, but can't find that momentum working down there. He'll fall back in line for the time being. I'm wondering how this track will go. It's pretty middle side heavy right now. You know, Knoxville will go up top. We'll wonder who can make the low side work here early on. I think we'll see over the course of the night, especially getting in to our consolation rounds and maybe into the 8 main. I think low side will start coming back in, but we know Knoxville is always going to give us a good race here. We'll have every bit of it covered here tonight as we are down the back straightaway. We have 2 to go on the field, and this time we are going to see the white flag in the air. One more trip around for the Team Dirt Warrior number 16, David Blackberg, who has led this entire race flag to flag so far. Eric Eichstadt has held that stranglehold of 2nd. David Brewer holding on for 3rd. It is Jim Revis who's got to be feeling a little bit of, panic in that number 21 cockpit as he is in the final straightaway here into 3 and 4. checkered flag and to go in the air, and it looks like that top three will stay very consistent. David Brewer, we're going to take down the win in heat race number 1. Eichstadt for 2. David Brewer 3rd. Jim Revis going to join Tyson Pankow, Brandon Culp, Alex Cummings, Micah Whitlock, Caleb Reif, and Tim Kahili. They're going to be the first round of drivers off into our consolation races that'll follow our 3 heats here tonight. Qualifying heats rolling out to the racetrack. Now I want to say thank you to all you guys that have tuned in. Got to thank, of course, our great sponsors here at the network. Got to thank Hanover Record Service, iRacing, iFlag.com, Voiles Trucking. Brian and Kathy Voiles had a great news blurb come out with them last night. We'll put it on the website here probably tomorrow. Breaking news there from Brian Voiles and the gang at Voiles Trucking coming our way. Also going to thank Tim Cummings over at CCM Custom Designs and Engraving, BladeNode.com, the South Texas Speedway. Also going to thank Milner Media Productions. Thank Charlie for coming aboard with us as well. Going to thank TDR Racing League, Trash Panda Graphics, and also our buddy Brendan over at Full Throttle with the Jet. Going to check it on Brendan. I haven't seen what he's been up to here the last couple of weeks. Not sure if the show has come on every week. So we'll check in with Brendan here over the next couple of days. We get back over to Hobo Racing on Tuesday night. I'm sure we'll see him there. So hope everybody's well. Hope he's out there doing well. Hope you all are out there having a good time tonight as we roll toward heat race number 2. Let's take it through our Voiles Trucking starting lineup. On the pole will be the driver of car number 73, Screaming Stephen Moore, and alongside, well, we've seen him kind of re-debut on the pavement yesterday, if you can believe it. Aboard car number 84, that is E.J. Jones. Row number 2, we find the number 1 car, the Bulldozer, Alex Brewer on the outside of row 2 with Kyle Moyer alongside. Aboard car number 11, he rolls off on the outside of that second row. Josh Peacock will bring the bulletproof number 61 out for position number 5. Alongside of him with the number 07 will be Justin Pruitt. Ryan Bronson, he rolls off 7th aboard that Speedway number 6. Josh Ely's number 09. He roll off for position at number 8. 5th and final row, the number 88 of Kevin Prettyman, and rolling shotgun on the field. This is a typo. Aboard the 091, our buddy from BladeNode.com, Sam Perry. Going to start off from 10th. Didn't know Sam was a dirt racer. Maybe he's not. I guess we'll follow along with Mr. Perry's up to here tonight. Thank the gang over at BladeNode.com. Vlad and Sam do a great job. They take great care of us as we go racing here. Heat race number 2 falls to the green flag as we head it down off at turn number 1 and 2. And already a little bit of a shot there for Stephen Moore. The pole sitter by E.J. Jones. Got the outside wound up. Alex Brewer. He'll take the low side over to 3 and 4. We'll race it up for that second spot already. And that's 2 cars sitting in the transfer. You look right behind the number 1. Well, you got Kyle Moyer there battling with Josh Peacock. Justin Pruitt there in the 07. He's on the outside of that battle as well as we work off at turn number 1 and 2. We got 2, almost 3 wide through the middle of corners number 1 and 2 as we play the 4 corners game. And Stephen Moore leading the field off at turn number 3 and 4. E.J. Jones holding on to second over Alex Brewer. Now to the outside of the 1 to the right rear quarter. That is the 61 of Josh Peacock. Or is that the 11 of Kyle Moyer? That's Josh Peacock's number 61. Or is that Moyer? It is Moyer's number 11 car. Number 5 looks similar here off at a distance. There's Kyle up there on the outside in the 11. He rolls off of that 4 spot, heading off at turn number 3 and 4. And that's Peacock. I can't mistake that black and blue number 61 behind Josh Roddy in position number 5. So we'll see if he can't mix it up as Moyer now takes a peek back under Brewer into turn number 1. We're going to put 4 laps on the board this time around. Halfway home, 4 in, 4 to go. And so far, so good for Stephen Moore. In that number 73 leads the field down the back straightaway and into turn number 3. Good to see E.J. Jones back in the dirt. Well, it's been a while since we talked to our buddy there aboard car number 84. Is kind of taking a break, he said, from dirt for a little while. So good to see him making what I guess has become a rare appearance for the 84 out here on a Sunday night as we welcome him back. Alex Brewer riding along in that 3rd spot, and Kyle Moyer having a fantastic run. The number 11 currently on the outside looking in, but running in the 4th spot, keeps peeking down to the low side under Alex Brewer. Josh Peacock there in the 5th spot. And how about that Speedway number 6? Awesome looking scheme there for Ryan Bronson riding in that 6th spot. 6 car P6. Imagine that. How about the 07? Justin Pruitt 7 riding in 7th. The only thing I'd make that better is an 8 car running 8th, but that is Josh Ely's number 09 running in the 8th spot. They are on the outside looking in because we are running down on laps here at Knoxville. We are going to see 2 to go this time around from the starter. 2 more trips around this legendary half mile in Knoxville, Iowa. The sprint car mecca of the world, probably if not the greatest dirt track in the world. It's got to be up there on that short list of seeing the legendary things that we've seen at this joint over the years. And It's a guy like Stephen Moore leading the field, who looking to put his name once again in the history of this great Knoxville Raceway. Off turn number 4, a little bit of contact there. Back for second and third is E.J. Jones. Under follow. It's Alex Brewer to the outside. He's made his bear on E.J., so the one car now up to that second spot. E.J. under fire from Kyle Moyer up high, and potentially Josh Peacock maybe looking down low as we're on the final lap. We're in turn number 3 and 4 for the final trip, and Stephen Moore going to lead. We'll see if Alex Brewer can't throw one more haymaker off the corner. Can't take down the win. Nope, it's going to stay where it is. Stephen Moore is going to win. Alex Brewer for second. Third is going to go to Kyle Moyer. He's going to eke out that final transfer over E.J. Jones, setting E.J., Josh Peacock, Ryan Bronson, Justin Pruitt, Josh Ely, Kevin Prettyman, and Sam Perry going to go off into our consolation rounds, and that'll roll us off toward heat race number 3. And it's, like we've said all night long, awesome to get the crowd over here. We do. I look over to Facebook Live chat, and I see our buddies out there like Caleb Ramsey's out there. I see John Monkarch checked in. I see Dan Worthington out there said hello. I hope I got everybody out there that's checked in so far. It's kind of working on a modified backup screen here tonight, trying to get this thing all sorted out where I can kind of read it off of here and get the print big enough to where my blind butt can take it. So appreciate you all tuning in here tonight. Also available on YouTube and Twitch TV as well. And of course, man, can't forget about the website as well. FullVelocityTV.com is where you find us. FullVelocityTV.com. Get to the Full Velocity swag page. You got to click on the top right of the menu bar. Support the Back to Blue here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. We flew the pink in October and got a couple of different looks we're going to throw it here in the month of November. Got to thank our buddy Charlie Milner Media Productions, for coming aboard, designing some of these cool little takes on the FERN logo. We certainly appreciate that, and welcome Charlie to the family here, the Full Velocity Racing Network. Off turn number 4, we're going to get one to go here, so let's take you through our Voiles Trucking starting lineup for our third heat race of the evening. On the pole with car number 926, that is Barrett Bishop, and alongside into the 010, that is Casey Brunson. Second row on the inside aboard car number 10, the X91 Machine Trash Panda Graphics sponsored. Number 10 of racing, Jason Salter with the big Texan alongside aboard car number 311. Always coming out here for a fight on Sunday night will be Justin Holt. Row number 3 aboard the number 18, that is Kyle Surratt, and alongside the number 75 of Dan Worthington. High side, Henry Jones rolls off 7th tonight aboard car number 25. Wes Wiggins, number 188. He's on the outside of row number 4. In our last row, we find a new name here to the network. Aboard car number 69, we welcome Chris Lawrence. And the number 36, our buddy, the Colonel John Monkern. Going to start from position number 10, 8 laps around. Looks like John not going to make the call for heat race number 3. So hope John's all well out there. See him checking the chat. Hope he's out there enjoying the coverage. We roll iRacingIFlag.com. Green flag in the air. We'll march it off already down into turn number 3 and 4. They're moving pretty quick here tonight, faster than I can talk, which is, I guess, sometimes kind of tough to do. But Barrett Bishop going to lead the field off of turn number 4. Casey Brunson back there in second. Jason Salter is holding on for third, but, I mean, just barely. As we work off that second turn, you got Justin Holt there, Kyle Surratt, the number 18, making waves down on the low side, making him work through turns number 3 and 4. He'll slide up the hill, put the 18 car now up into position number 4 in the turn number 1 now as we go. Position 5, I should say. Can't math here early. Been a couple of days off, been a long week. Had a bad night behind the wheel of a race car myself last night at the home base at TDR, and just trying to kind of regroup and see what the heck we're doing here. Barrett Bishop, of course, is going to lead this one off of turn number 4. Brunson in there for 2, and that's all. Jason Salter's number 10 car taking a peek down to the low side off into turn number 1. It's good to see Jason running good out here in the street stock. Good to be talking to him. I talked to him recently the last couple of days. Jason doing well. Feels really good about that car, the future of the X91 team, so we'll see a lot of great things to come from him, and guys like Tyson Pankow over there as well. Barrett Bishop's 926. He'll lead the field off the corner. That's a pretty strong performance for the X91 team here tonight. Good friends and buddies over there. And looking forward to what the future holds for those guys, as I've heard a lot of rumblings about different schemes, different things coming up for next season. Some different mods they may go out and kind of experiment into. So that'll be cool to follow as we'll try to cover all of them here. The best we can do on the Full Velocity Racing Network is we are going to be halfway home. We are halfway home. We're going to put 5 on the board this time. Bishop, Brunson, Salter with top 3. Now looking for this 4th spot on back. You find a guy like the big Texan Justin Holt under fire from Kyle Surratt. Number 18 looking down to the low side off turn number 2. And low side just has not come in tonight here, which is I'm kind of intrigued by that. I thought we would see a little bit more of it early, but really not. It's going up to the top, which I knew we'd kind of all see. But I don't think we would see a little bit of grip down low here early. I'm wondering if it'll come in at all. I wonder how the carryover is going to be with the weather conditions. Little heaviness to the air this evening, so we'll see how the track comes in. I would expect it's going to get tacky down there, probably getting a little bit quick. So assuming that low side will come in, but hey, what do I know? I'm an announcer. I'm not a racer. We just try to pretend sometimes, don't we? Off turn number 4, the white flag goes up in the air for number 9, 26. Garrett Bishop leading him down to the turn number 1 and 2. Brunson's had that second spot the whole time. Salter has held on for third, and I was expecting more of a challenge from the Justin Holt, number 311, but he's going to ride in the tire tracks down into turn number 3 and 4. Now maybe a look to the inside of Salter, a little kiss to the wall in 3, but looks like off the corner of the surge, and it's going to be Bishop with the win, Brunson for 2. Salter going to hold on for the third and final transfer. Justin Holt, Kyle Surratt, Dan Worthington, Henry Jones, Wes Wiggin, Chris Lawrence are going to be on into our consolation rounds that'll follow us here. We'll let it all click over here for a brief second. We are going to go off into the C Mainer consolation event number 1, scheduled for 10 drivers. So I'm going to take a quick sip here of the drink, wet the whistle, and come back here with a Voiles Trucking starting lineup for B Main number 1. All right, back here live inside the Knoxville Raceway is B-Main number 1 about to take its way onto the racetrack. Just trying to clear the frog ahead of my throat there. That little break in the voice. Hopefully he's going to hold up and be as, hopefully not as reliable as a kicker in the NFL. How about that? And hopefully my job security ain't that as well. So, but I hope this thing stays with me the whole night. I don't want people mad at me any more than they usually seem to be. But let's take you through our starting lineup for B-Main number 1, scheduled for 10 laps around. And wouldn't you know, with a scheduled a 10-car field, they all race into the main event. Well, how it's cool. A lot more on go here tonight. Well, let's give him a consolation round to do so. On the pole aboard car number 21. That is Jim Revis with a 311 of Justin Holt on the outside of row 1. Row 2, the number 61 of Josh Peacock, the number 122 of Brandon Culp. Row number 3 will find the number 13 of Daniel Worthington out there with the number 07 of Justin Pruitt. The 00 rolling off from the 7th position, that is Mike Whitlock with Wes Wiggin alongside aboard car number 188, Kevin Prettyman. And the number 88 rolls off 9th and shotgun on the field aboard the number 999, the 999 for Tim Cahealy. No, it's not Herman Cain, it's Tim Cahealy out there in that 999 rolling off shotgun on the field for position number 10. So the field's in that 3rd and 4th turn. Believe this time by we should be going under the iRacing iFlag.com. Green flag, yes we are. Pace truck is pulling off for cover. We got green flag up in the air, and Jim Revis is going to stomp out loud, pedal down, and make it call him uncle. As he works over to turn number 1 and 2, he'll take the lead, but look it through the low side. Here comes Peacock, and a thunderbolt through the middle. Big run there for Justin Holt in the 311. Thought he may throw an elbow, put himself in the middle of a 3-wide scenario, but he may do some other time. We exit turn number 4. Oh, Jim closes that door shut. They'll stay 2 wide for second. Holt versus Peacock there running second and third. Brandon Cope on the 122 trying to throw his name in the hat as well. That's the top 4 off. Turn number 2 as Peacock gets a little bit squirrely on the low side. Allows the big Texan Justin Holt the way around to the outside lane. Good run so far out of the gate in position at number 4 for that Brandon Culp, number 122. Justin Pruitt trying to make it happen back there. Dan Worthington's number set 13. Dan having a good run here early. You see Dan, he was in there in the chat a little while ago on Facebook. I don't know if I said hey to Dan or not, but God, he's out there watching and hoping he's not watching while driving, because that is never a good idea. And I'm going to tell you right now, watching is okay and driving if you can make it happen, but do not text and drive. We don't condone that at all here on the network. You may hit a wall. God, I dare say you may hit a ute tire, probably kill your car. Or I don't know, whatever else you can hit out there, a water barrel, a flagger, a light pole. I'm good at those. Whatever can happen, but we'll hope that's not happening. Keep your eyes on the racetrack. Keep the wheels down on the ground, as per se, because you don't want them up in the air, because that means you are a TDR Racing Turtle, and we don't want to see any turtles here tonight in Knoxville, because we want to see some good racing up here. And that's what we got up front, where Revis continues to lead over Justin Holt. Brandon Culp's been to the inside of Josh Peacock for about 3 laps as well, and that's become a really good battle into turn number 3 and 4. Now Peacock takes a shot up high, that potential 3-wide scenario off of turn number 4, but we're going to go halfway home here. 5 in the books, 5 to go. And so far it has been all number 21, Jim Revis, but he is from Assault now, from a 311, the big Texan, Justin Holtz down low. Peacock, I thought, was going to have it run up high to make it 3 wide again. Looks like the right rear may have just made a glancing kiss to the outside wall. He keeps that thing rolling. Of course, Colt looks down back to the low side, and we have a new leader off of turn number 4. It is Justin Holt in the 311, who now leads a 3-wide scenario for second. 3 wide, who will get fried off turn number 2? Looks like Brandon Culp had to lift out of the throttle. Peacock and Revis stay glued together, running for that runner-up position into turn number 3 and 4. Culp gets a little loose, makes contact with the left rear of the 07 of Justin Pruitt. Almost got Justin a little bit more sideways than he already is. Pruitt doing a good job, and for guys who may not know, and I don't know if it's public knowledge out there, but I'm going to say welcome to Justin Pruitt as part of the administration and the ownership over here at the Dirt Warrior Racing League. Great to have another set of guys on deck joining Jim Revis. Eric Eichstadt over here is the guys that are going to run the ship here on a weekly basis. So cool to see a new name. Pruitt's a great guy, and he's been running really good here recently as well. Down the 07 up in running in that 5th spot off into turn number 2, or maybe running for 4th because Brandon Culp's down low and losing that spot to the 07. He isn't fit. Thank you, Jack. I can't math here tonight. 4th, 5th. It is 4th. I'm not beside myself. 4th spot for Pruitt, but I've been watching this battle amongst the top 3. Holt's got the lead. Revis is trying to do all he can to hold off that rage in number 61. Josh Peacock trying to make it happen to Carolina Outlaw down to the low side, but you see off turn number 2, nobody running that bottom could really make it work right now. The slider line not even working there. Is Holt able to hold them off, and as we work off turn number 4, the checkered flag rolls in the air for B-Bang number 1 and give the win in thrilling fashion to Justin Holt, number 311. Peacock going to grab 2, Revis for 3rd, Pruitt for 4th, Brandon Culp in the top 5, Dan Worthington, Mike Whitlock, Kevin Prettyman, Wes Wiggin, and Tim Kahili running out our 10-car field for B-Main number 1, which only means there is one more lonely place left to go before the feature event, and that means it is time for 10 more laps around for B-Main number 2, and this one here, folks, is pretty good. As far as the lineup goes, they're always good over here. DWRL, I always call them the pinnacle of iRacing dirt leagues, and I'm assuming we are definitely going to see more of that from them tonight, as we're going to see an awesome race here at Knoxville. I'm calling it now. Going to be one of the best races of the season. And if I'm wrong, well, I was wrong about the Miami Dolphins going on 16-2, but we kind of changed that today, didn't we? And that's a whole conflicted internal story. We'll talk about it some other day, but the Jets have one win. I don't want to talk about the team they beat because now I'm really confused and starting to feel a ghost myself. So, cleanse the palate. All right, heat race number 3, B-Main number 2. B-Main number 2, I'm so shaken up, can't figure out what race I'm in. B-Main number 2, rolling off on the racetrack and on the pole, the natural one aboard car number 84, E.J. Jones with the X91 alongside of Tyson Pankow. Row number 2 from Bulletproof Motorsports, we find the driver of car number 18, Kyle Surratt, the number 6 of Ryan Bronson on the outside of row 2. Third row, the 631 of Alex Cummings with the high side, Henry Jones aboard car number 25. He roll off from position number 6. Josh Ely rolls off 7th in the 09. Caleb Reif alongside aboard car number 32, rolling off in the 8th spot. And a couple of newcomers here to the series. The number 69 of Chris Lawrence and the 091 of Sam Perry. That's Sam Perry from BladeNo.com. I know he was out there yesterday in a truck at Charlotte as part of the Extend Raps 300. That was right here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. You can go back and check that race out. Sam was out there, and I think I've seen him spin twice in pavement. So if you can't do it on pavement, why not try it on dirt? I think rear races race on dirt anyway. So I'm rooting for you, Sam. I hope you do better than I do. You got enough courage to go out there and mix it up with these guys. I don't know if I've even got to that gumption yet, but iRacingGuyFlag.com, green flag up in the air, and we roll off turn number 2 with E.J. Jones leading the way. Kyle Surratt, he's going to claim that second spot. Tyson Pankow going to be under fire for that third spot over in turn number 3, and that is the Alex Cummings, a 631 down to the low side. Alex with a pretty good hole shot there on the start, going to throw himself right into the mix of the top 3 already on the opening lap of this one as we work off into turn number 1 and 2. Jones leading. Cummings with a big run into the corner and almost got alongside the 18 of Surratt off the turn, but now Kyle Surratt, he's going to throw a Hail Mary off into turns number 3 and 4 and may slide up the hill or maybe not. And E.J. Jones, they're staying door-to-door. Not quite door-to-door as Surratt now up to a half a car length advantage, and he'll claim the lead over into turn number 1 and 2. Alex Cummings down to the inside of E.J. Jones. That's a good race between a couple of perennial heavyweights right there. E.J., a guy we've seen win dozens of races here on the network, back on board, and that's a sweet-looking paint there for the Cedar Cove, number 84. First, the natural one, E.J. Jones there alongside Alex Cummings, racing back behind them. Ryan Bronson having a really good run of the number 6 car, and he's got working to the low side, making a little bit of rubbing through 1 and 2 with the X91 of Tyson Pankow and Josh Ely's 09. He's starting to run these guys down a little bit. There he is. I disappeared out of view there for a second, but Josh is right there as well. Top 7 have broken away from the balance of the field. You look back and you find names like Henry Jones back there. You've got Chris Lawrence, Caleb Reifs back there, Sam Perry trying to hold on to the race car. Love you, Sam. I'm hoping you do well, man. Little half a lap off the pace here, struggling early on, but these cars take a lot of time to really get used to, and I applaud the effort there for that number 091. We'll definitely see him aboard in our 60-lap feature event that follows us, but we have a second half of the second B main to go as we work off turn number 2. Kyle Surratt leads over Alex Cummings, and the race for the third spot, very much a good one. Look at that number 6 car. Ryan Bronson, he is digging around E.J. Jones for the third spot, and that is something we didn't see, over the years. E.J. usually don't get past here at Knoxville, but Bronson doing a heck of a job, and that's also going to open the door down low for the number 09 of Josh Ely, who's made his way up on through. Tyson Pankow's 91, and they are up higher, 2 wide, 2 rows deep off into turns number 3 and 4, and starting to see some of these cars kind of glance and bounce off the wall. Pankow up there trying to move that wall up there, and Bubba, I don't know if that wall's going to move. It's pretty high. You're going to have to get a sledgehammer. A running start. I like that one. I'm not sure even that. Running start to get over it. Well, I don't know if even that's going to work here, but we've seen it happen before. 2 to go on the field this time around. 2 popsicle sticks up in the air, and the race leader is Kyle Surratt aboard car number 18. And he's so far, I thought Alex Cummings is going to make a little bit more of a race for the lead than he did, but you can see him trying to run the low side off of 2, and looks like there's a big old hump over there right now as those cars travel down to the corner over there, almost disappear, and I can see the left front of the 631 come off the ground at the exit of 2, so there is a big rivet over there right now through the corner, but Kyle Surratt, he's got one more trip around this half mile. Stays himself in a win here in our second consolation round of the night. Cummings for 2. Bronson has held on beautifully for 3rd over E.J. Jones, and looks like E.J. may have lost a few more spots because Josh Ely has been by. Tyson Pankow's around as well, so E.J. Jones dropping back to the clutches of high-side Henry Jones off of turn number 4, checkered flag in the air. Kyle Surratt taking down the win in the second B main. Cummings, Bronson, Pankow, and Ely make up the top 5. Henry Jones, E.J. Jones, Chris Lawrence, Caleb Reif, and Sam Perry making up our 10-car field. Consolation events are done. Feature racing remains, and we got 29 very talented street stock drivers on display here tonight from the Knoxville Raceway. We'll take a pause here for about 15 seconds. We'll be back with the call live. Main event, BladeNode.com Sunday Shootout Series coming up next. right, they're starting to roll off the grid here in the Knoxville Raceway. Let's take you through our Boyles Trucking starting lineup. 60-lap A main here tonight, Knoxville, Iowa. On the pole, aboard car number 16, that is David Blackburn. Stephen Moore on the outside, aboard car number 73, row 2, the 926. Of Barrett Bishop and the Voodoo Child alongside aboard car number 12, Eric Eichstadt. Alex Brewer rolls off 5th tonight aboard car number 1 with the 010 of Casey Brunson, making up the balance of row 3. Row 4, the 319 is David Brewer. Kyle Moyer is alongside in car number 11. Jason Salters, number 10. Justin Holt in the number 311. They make up row number 5. Row 6, we find Kyle Surratt aboard car number 18. Josh Peacock rolls off next aboard car number 61. Alex Cummings and Jim Revis make up their positions number 13 and 14. 15 started the number 6 of Ryan Bronson with the 07 of Justin Pruitt next door to him. 17th we'll find the number 91 of Tyson Pankow with Brandon Copes, number 122. Joshua Ely's 09 to 13 of Daniel Worthington. They will make up our top 20. Rolling off 21st tonight aboard car number 25 is Henry Jones. Michael Whitlock rolls off next in the 00. E.J. Jones will start 23rd tonight in the number 84 with Kevin Prettyman's number 88 alongside Chris Lawrence, the number 69. Wes Wiggins, 188. Caleb Rifes, 32. Tim Kahili in the 999. And Sam Perry's number 091, making up a 28-car field. We are green flag racing here at the Knoxville Raceway, and already one lap going on the board. Exit turn at number 4. David Blackburn in the lead over Stephen Moore. Barrett Bishop there in now. Barrett Bishop now around Stephen Moore there for second. Moore back to third. The battle is for fourth back here between Alex Brewer and Eric Eichstadt for the time being. And as I get back, I guess I click the live button because I click it live and I see Eichstadt's drop back a couple of spots down. So we'll regroup myself here off turn number 4. Pretty soon I know it's David Blackburn, the number 16 car. I'm going to keep calling him Brewer. It's Blackburn. I know that. He's leading the field. Barrett Bishop in there for 2. Stephen Moore, 73 car, leads a 3-car breakaway up front. The race is back here for position number 4 between Brewer and the 1. Casey Brunson, 010. And that third car trying to make a peek down low is the David Brewer, number 319, trying to throw some haymakers from the inside. Also got Jason Salter back there as well. Eric Eichstadt's there. You got Casey Brunson drop a couple of spots down the 010 to Casey drop back to 8th. So the whole field is kind of shuffled up around where I thought was kind of going to be as we work off turn number 3 and 4. We complete 4 laps on the board of 60 this time around. We'll see David Blackburn. Can he hold on to the lead because he is Barrett Bishop off into turn number 1 and 2, and Barrett has a head of steam. He's trying to peek over down to that low side, and I don't see as much of that big gradient, dip off to turn number 2 that I did see through the Concy round. So I wonder if the racetrack was kind of worked in. Probably was there before they rolled off a pit road. So maybe see a little bit different surface this time to the inside there off turn number 2, because it was really a pretty good little jump down there as we waffle in a corner again. Bishop takes a peek to the left rear of the 16, but nothing there to scare him so far. Stephen Moore rides back in a 3rd spot. Alex Brewer holding on for 4th over David Brewer in the number 319. That's the 5th position. But here comes racing Jason Salter. That's not billiard Jason or jumping Jason. That's racing Jason at number 10. He is looking to flex his muscle inside the top 5, but Brewer holding him off for the time being. Great race right behind them. A terrific side-by-side battle between Eric Eichstadt in the 12, Casey Brunson in the number 010. Best race on the racetrack back there. Also throws Alex Cummings into the fray in the 12. That's 631. That's racing going on for 7th on back off turn number 4 as we put down lap number 7 complete. So they're moving around here at Knoxville. I told you, I think we're going to see one of the best races of the season. And so far, so good. And, well, as they would say, so what here as we continue to rock and roll here in the middle of Iowa, the Knoxville Raceway. And let's think of all the great races we've seen here over the years, all the legendary finishes, the lore of like the sprint car world, and the lore of what we've seen in iRacing here in the last couple of years. Seen some of the best, grace themselves in a victory lane, and we're going to put another name there tonight here with the Dirt Warrior Racing League. And I say all the time, the pinnacle of iRacing dirt leagues. Love what they do here at the Sunday Shootout Series. Right before them, the Pro Late Models are out here on a Sunday night. And then, of course, the critically acclaimed, often duplicated, but, or never duplicated, often imitated, never duplicated. Sunday night street, or Wednesday night street fights. I can't even think what day of the week. Wednesday night street fights. There on Wednesday night. Of course, sponsored by our friends over at Heartland Harley Davidson. Thank those guys for coming aboard as well here to a Dirt Warrior Racing. Without these great sponsors, none of this all will be possible to go out there night after night. Is a terrific race here in the first 10 laps. Blackbird continues to lead. Barrett Bishop there has just kind of kept the pressure on, but nothing I would say, nothing that a veteran like Blackbird can't handle. Excuse me, up in front of the field there off to the 4. Blackbird, Bishop, good race for third between Moore and Alex Brewer. Alex going to steamroll his way up through this field tonight. Guy who has really been on a tear here recently with a lot of speed and, not short in action. I always call the action car the one car, and if it can happen, we know Alex Brewer is going to try to make it work here, but still very early on. Very tame up in the top 4, pretty tame inside the top 10 is only cars to see double file off of turn number 4 will be for Jason Salter, number 10. He is down low under David Brewer. That's racing for position number 5. So trash pan at number 10. Now the 319 of Brewer rolls the inside off of 2. So put the spot there back to the 319 as they continue to this kind of exchange positioning here at the Knoxville Raceway. But just looking to see any kind of battles we can see as they basically look all single file. And I guess logging laps, we've always talked about it in the pavement circles. Log laps, make laps at the racetrack come to you. And you don't really hear that too often here in the dirt scene. But as we're quarter of the way home, 15 laps here at Knoxville, this track does kind of wear some cars out for sure. About under 24 seconds a lap is a pretty good lap around here in these big full-fettered street stocks. And, wing these things around, ride them kind of high, wide, and handsome, kick them out, keep the throttle down there, really finesse it off these corners, and we'll love it. But top 4, and Jack said it, they are. That is a blanket of cars there off turn number 4 now. They were nose to tail with I don't think a credit card to give, or maybe a goal line stand or whatever. But Blackbird, Bishop, Moore, Brewer right together. Salter there back in 5th with David Brewer a little bit on the outside. But this top 4, the action is starting to mix it up here as Alex Brewer thought he was going to throw the low side of Moore there through 3 and 4, but he'll fall back in line. They were tight there for about a lap, but that accordion has kind of settled its way again. So let's see if we can't take a peek back here through the field and see some battling, because who likes to follow the leader? I know I certainly don't. I'd like to be a leader, but if I'm in a race car, I'm certainly not. But I find let's go all the way back to like 13th, where we find guys like Kyle Moyer back there, Josh Ely, Justin Pruitt, Tyson Pankow. That's a pretty good 4 or 5 car race back there for about 12th or 13th. Up ahead there, you got the likes of Josh Peacock and Justin Holt. So, guys, it shows you the strength of the field we had this evening, and this really feels like tough conditions to pass on tonight. Not really a whole lot of happening as we see cars starting to try to make their way low or start drifting up high as Moyer's to the outside of Ely down the back straightaway. Pancow's and Pruitt having a good race back there. They were about 3 wide for a second with Brandon Culp in the mix in the number 122. But it's been, for Knoxville, a pretty tame race so far. But I'm expecting the second half of this one we'll probably start mixing it up as I see a couple of little position swaps or battles up near the top 4. Jason Salter has made his way around the 1 car of Alex Brewer. So maybe Racing Jason decided to put his dancing shoes on, and he has now rocketed that number 10 car up to the 4th spot, but here comes with a big head of steam up to the outside, and that is Stephen Moore. So Stephen Moore's car may be starting to fade as well as, we got David Brewer, 319 in the mix. Alex Brewer, it's a battle of the Brewers over in turn number 3, and pretty good as Moore falls back in the clutch is there. Salter's up ahead. Man, this is a lot of fun to watch so far in Knoxville, but 20 laps on the board, 1/3 the way home, and David Blackburn, he has led all the laps here tonight and leading all 60 in Knoxville. Not unheard of, but it is definitely a challenge, and we talked to a guy like Peacock the other night. You start on the pole of one of these things. Oh, I was saying that, they're 3 wide off of turn number 4. They about, I don't know if they got together, but it was pretty dang close, and now we think we have a lead change. Barrett Bishop. Now, Jason Salter scored the lead of that time by. Where did Salter come from? He has run from position number 9 now up to the race lead. Bishop 2, Blackburn now back to third, and we'll see if that changes here into third and fourth quarter, because I believe we may even have another lead change off turn number 4. Well, maybe not. Salter holding off there over Barrett Bishop, so that's two really good ones up front. Barrett going to work down low. A little bit loose for David Brewer through 3 and 4. He almost had some help. Was that Casey Brunson 0-10 car down there? Almost got the 319. A little teensy bit squirrely there through 1 and 2. They all keep it straight, but what was tame a few laps ago is anything but right now. And I'm just trying to see Alex Brewer running the middle back there. David Brewer kind of in that middle lane. David Blackburn stuck now up high. He is right for the lead, and he's, in danger of losing positioning in the top 3. Because Alex Brewer's there. David Brewer is there. A couple more cars. Stephen Moore trying to rally his way back, but looks like the handle of the bulletproof number 73 may be going away. The 1-car handle might be starting to go. Casey Brunson's number 010. I would expect Casey to be a player in a place like Knoxville as that car starts to make its waves on the low side up near David Blackbird's number 16. So a lot still left to the side here at the Knoxville Raceway as we got some covers and we have some goers, and what we definitely have is a drag race for the lead off of turn number 4. Barrett Bishop picks up the lead this time. Score of the 926, the leader. Teammate Jason Salter up high. How about the X91 team flexing some muscle here tonight in Knoxville? They're buddies and allies of the Bulletproof Gang, and no surprise at all. But I've heard, just talking to the X91 guys, that we have some speed. We have some terrific runs coming. We have found something that I don't think a lot of others may have found in these cars yet, and they are making it work here tonight as we work down on turn number 1 and 2. Salter gets into the outside wall. Looked like it was a little bit of a hard hit over there, but he gets that big run up high. So I guess we found a little bit of wall riding grip here in Knoxville tonight, and I don't think that's too much of a surprise if you see how Knoxville has run here the last couple of months. As we have 2 wide, 3 wide racing all around this joint, especially in the top 10, where it's been awesome to watch. And as we're 28 laps into this one, it's anybody's race from here. Bishop, Salter there. David Brewer has flexed his muscle into the top 3. David Blackburn running in 4th in a very game and quiet run tonight for the 0-10 of Casey Brunson, who was up in the top 5, and he may be looking to get more down into the first turn. Is Blackburn, that gang up high. There's something up there. They all kind of hit the wall right to the exit of the first turn through the middle, and they get a launch off that second corner. So something to watch here for the second half of this one is next time around we will put 30 laps on the board. We're going to be halfway home, not quite this time, but next time by. Is the starter going to look him over here? He's got got the yellow flag in his hand. We want him to put that thing away. We want no yellow here tonight in Knoxville. This one has been awesome. Let's go the distance. I hope we get a caution-free race here tonight. This has been fun to watch. Salter versus Bishop. That's the race for the lead over in 3. And Salter has made it work up there, just kind of making a glancing blow to the wall. It kind of sets the car back down and squats it evenly. He gets back in the gas. That thing just takes off. Is he really able to carry the momentum on the outside around that number 926, Barrett Bishop? Strong run tonight for the David Brewer, number 319. Good to see Dab having a good runner. Papa Bear, as our buddy Rocky has coined him a few weeks ago. So 319 having a good run here. 3rd spot, David Blackburn, tonight's pole sitter. Team Har Motorsports quick time came out of that 16 camp, currently running in 4th. Then you find the likes of Casey Brunson back here in 5th. The 3-wide battle for 6th between Eric Eidstaff back there, Alex Brewer, Alex Cummings. Got Ryan Bronson's name there up at the top 10 as well. This is Stephen Moore. I miss Stephen Moore. He rides in the 5th spot in the 73. He jumped a lane on me there. So that is that 73 car screaming Stephen. He's in the top 5, and Alex Brewer trying to make it happen. Alex Cummings, the 631, is on a couple different little paints, a couple edits to paints, I should say, transitioning away for the month of October. Some of these pinker cars have kind of transitioned away back to their normal. Maybe some orange here for the November, or going that really cool, sick-looking black and green we got there in that FDRN logo tonight. Thank Tubbs for that. Great work on Jack getting that out there. Kind of a late to the go atmosphere. I don't think Todd got that over the stars on dirt, but that's why I always say Jack is the best in the business at these controls. Just taking to it and it's just taking off, and guys in a world of talent down there. He doesn't get the praise enough he should get the network, but Jack Truant is the man, and anytime you get the Phil and Jack attack out here, you know it's going to be a good show. But we have our very first Hannibal Record Service caution flag of the night. We slow it down on lap number 35, and we'll take a look back there with a BladeNo.com full velocity instant replay and try to figure out what happened. Oh, pull the selfie stick out. That is right. The number 32, our good buddy, the Hot Knife, Caleb Reif. Well, I don't know if it's Hot Knife. But Caleb wanted some TV time here tonight. No, we haven't talked to Caleb too much here the last couple of days. Wants to be seen, wants to be heard. If you'd like to put your great product name on that, the full velocity selfie stick, everybody say, hey, what's up, Caleb? You're the TDR selfie tonight. Goes around, yellow flag out for the first time. Lap 35 on the board here in Knoxville. Our very first caution flag of the night lets you get a reset of the field, allows this guy to take a quick little breath, and coming back what I'm hoping is going to be as much of an exciting conclusion to this one as our first 35 laps here in Knoxville. All right, back here live inside the Knoxville Raceway. They are doubled up. The lights are out, and let's go back to racing. Jason Salter, Barrett Bishop, David Brewer, David Blackburn, Casey Brunson, Stephen Moore, Alex Brewer, Alex Cummings, Eric Eichstadt, Ryan Bronson make up the balance of the top 10. iRacing, iFlag.com. Green flag returns to the air, and we go throttling off into turn number 1 and 2, and like a stampede off the corner. Salter gonna have the muscle. He'll lead the way. Bishop makes a that was a little bit of a hit there, but we got a squirrely car. Salter's around middle of the field, and that is gonna put us under the the Hannibal Record Service yellow flag the second time here tonight, and they were getting after it down there in 1 and 2, and then it comes to 3 and 4, and I'm not sure who it was there right behind that had the run, but David Brewer, I think, had the run on Salter. They had come together in a tough break for that number 10 car. Looks like he goes around and is going to be the subject of a BladeNo.com full velocity instant replay. You see the contact there of 319 of David Brewer. Tough break there for him. Tough break especially for... had a really good night going on here tonight with a number 10 car, Jason. So it looks like he'll catch the car and hopefully maybe stay up in the top 10. David Brewer going to lose his position all the way now from 5th. He will go to the back of the field with a penalty here for the end of the longest line. So that is going to be a long way to go and a short time to get there. 40 laps on the board. Bishop going to lead now over David Blackberg. Alex Brewer runs in the 3rd spot. Stephen Moore. And I think we recycle back around. I believe it's going to be Eric Eichstadt going to run there in the top 5. Ryan Bronson now going to work his way up to 6th, with Casey Brunson 7th, Jason Salter 8th, Josh Peacock 9th, and I believe it's going to be Josh Ely who will round out the top 10 as the lights, I believe they go out here around the speedway. Yes, they do. And I just got spooked by a car going 100 miles an hour past a billboard outside the track in the first turn. That one, I thought that was an actual car that was supposed to be on the track, was out there, and get a blind announcer concerned. I kind of was right there. I'm not going to lie. I may have peed a little bit there. That kind of scared me. But we're 40 laps, so 60 on the board. Or what do you say when we get back to it? Safety truck makes his way to the infield, and the iRacing, iFlag.com green flag goes up in the air, and we take him off into turn number 1 and 2 with Barrett Bishop, now the race leader David Blackburn back to the upside of the front row, and Alex Brewer, the number 1 car, up to 3, and the 1 car wants to be the 1 plate out here tonight, and that's come something. You need to take that 1 car, you got to take it to the front, and Alex Brewer does just that. You can't be number 1 and running in the back, can you? I mean, I don't think that's a good idea. I mean, has anybody really done that? stop it, Jack. I know I run a 4-car. I know I'm at the back. I'm going to run a 48 oblique next year, and I think I'm going to, hopefully that's going to bring me back to the middle of the pack. I don't think I'll ever see the top again, but I guess we'll see. Maybe we'll have to do some practice here if I ever stop doing this broadcasting big. But look at off turn number 4. Got a side-by-side race for second. About 4 way back there. 3 or 4 cars there. They got together. Oh, we got a turtle. Somebody's roof sliding, roof surfing, upside down, carnage, chaos. That must be the Hanover Record Service yellow flag on the speedway for the 3rd time after 35 laps. So no yellow flags. We got the 6 of Bronson and the 61 of Peacock coming together, and Ryan Bronson, a car that was just had a solid night. Looked good, great car, good guy. Ryan Bronson, the TDR Turtle, because he is upside down with the wheels facing the sky and the roof is down on the ground, and that is just not where you want to be. I don't know if that went over the air, but as Jack just eloquently told me, Ryan was riding the top of Josh Peacock's car. I think we're a PG show. I don't think we want to go that one. Let's turn it down a notch right there. We'll get the field reset. Josh Peacock's going to go to the rear of the field. A lot of cars all tore up, and had some names behind the wall early that I didn't really get to mention either. We've had a couple of really, really spectacular, names at the guys like Mike Whitlock out of this race. Kyle Surratt's behind the wall early. Chris Lawrence making his first start here with Tim Kahili, and also Sam Perry. 3 newcomers to the series. Well, they're the first 3 out of the event tonight, so I tell you, you come over here and you got to run with the best of the best here at DWRL. You got to come bring your lunch pail, because these guys know how to get after it. They are some of the most talented racers we see out there, and man, I'm hoping to see a little more straggle back in here for the end of the season for Sunday night as we transition back, toward the winter holiday, and the time change today, which screwed a lot of people up. The extra hour of sleep. And did anybody else beyond me today take the extra hour and then turn it into an extra 2 or 3? Happened to me today, and I'm hoping to happen to you too. You got up all nice and rested, or whatever you may be. But hey, let's think about happier things. Let's think about green flag racing at Knoxville, because we are ready to go back to it here. The lights are out and off of turn number 4. Barrett Bishop, David Blackberg, Alex Brewer, Stephen Moore, and Eric Eichstadt make up our top 5 as green flag goes back in the air. And can we keep it up there? Because after 35 green flag laps, we've been slowed by 3 yellows. So we're wrecking again over turn number 1 and 2, and we play bumper cars, and they hit each other. Did they all get this thing saved? Anybody come to us? I saw the 1 car of Alex Brewer. He was way out of shape. Then I think he got a little help from his friends back there. I think it may have been the 12 of Eric who hit him. 16 of Blackberg, and the 12 car had nowhere to go. So yellow flag on the racetrack. On the lap number 49, they're going to change to a single file restart. I'm going to catch my breath, make sure I'm still dry, and we're going to grab a drink here during this break. We'll be right back here with the call here. 10 laps remaining here in Knoxville. All right, the lights are out. We are ready to go, and Phil spreading some love here tonight in Knoxville. I've learned you can't drink from the empty cup, and that's exactly what I just tried to do. So, thankfully, end of this yellow flag, I had time to take the run into the kitchen, grab myself another quick little drink, and come back just in time to see if we can't catch a restart. Alex Brewer Fortunately, now he's going to trailblaze himself back from the back of the field, so it's going to be a pretty big show if Alex is going to bring that car back into the top 10. We'll keep an eye on him. Also, Chris Lawrence just got out alongside. I think he was already behind the wall, so a little confused. But we got Barrett Bishop, David Blackburn, Stephen Moore, Casey Brunson, Kyle Moyer now up into the top 5 as the iRacingGuyFlag.com green flag returns to the speedway. Now 51 laps of a 60-lap main event. What's going to happen here over these last 10 circuits was really good and tame with some good racing early. And the second half of this one has been plagued by the yellow flag. I'm hoping the starter steals it. If somebody's out there listening, can you go to the stand, maybe steal that thing? Because we don't want no more yellow. I want to see what a green flag finish looks like here in Knoxville. Is single file restart we had on this one. This one may be the ticket to promote some more clean racing out there, as nobody likes to ride under yellow, especially the gang at Dirt Warrior Racing League. But Barrett Bishop now with that single file start out to about 6 car lengths. But we're going to slow it back down because we have that yellow back on the speedway, and somebody to hear my call soon enough. Can somebody get to the stand and stake that thing? See Brett Levins out there. Brett, can you go steal it? Maybe Marcus Brown. I see John Moncurn out there. Did I hear Jason Salters a leaner into a turtle? So almost only counting horseshoes and hand grenades, and I guess we're almost trying to play horseshoes. Is that 2 or is that 3 points? Are we giving that a leaner? I haven't seen it yet, Jack. I haven't seen it. My Facebook feed's being a butt, and YouTube is way far behind. So I haven't seen it yet. All right. The leaner is the call then. Jason Salter is a leaner. We get 2 more points. We score 3 in the docket. I hope we got more than them. Or Lester. I'm not sure. Is a Turtle really is scoring points on the network a good thing? Probably scored as much the Packers did here a little while ago. They didn't do very good today. That was tough to watch, but so I put the green and gold on today for a Sunday, and guess I got to learn to not wear a good team color on a Sunday. Somebody grab me a Patriots jersey, please. Maybe a Tom Brady. Somebody send it my way, because if you go with me on this one, send me a Tom Brady jersey. We'll hope the Patriots start to lose. Who's got me? Anybody? Help me out. Let's go with that one. Football fans out there, rejoice as we go back to, looks like double file. We're going to say single file for the restart here. Looks like lights are extinguished, and it's going to be a good old-fashioned shootout to settle a Sunday shootout series this week for DWRL, presented by BladeNode.com. Barrett Bishop leads, David Blackburn, Stephen Moore, Casey Brunson, Eric Eichstout up in the top 5 with Kyle Moyer, Justin Holt, Josh Ely, E.J. Jones from quietly back from 23rd to 9th, and Brandon Culp having a solid run. He's up in the top 10. Jim Revis on a quiet night. He runs 11th with Tyson Pankow 12th. Justin Pruitt, Dan Worthington, Alex Cummings our top 15 as we go back under the green flag on lap number 56 complete, rolling on number 57, and hopefully can this be the money one to get us to the checkered flag here under green. We'll hope for that one, but we work off of the 3 and 4. You get Barrett Bishop a lead here late. That is a tough guy to pass, and you would probably have to go through him to get by him. And we've seen some things happening in the last couple of weeks where guys have kind of got together or put up on the wall or whatever you want to call it. We don't want to see it, but Mr. Bishop going to lead the field off turn number 2. We're racing for second. David Blackbird's car trying to lift itself off the racetrack off the exit of 2, and he's got Stephen Moore there. Great to see Stephen rebounding to 73, having a solid run in the top 3, and our old buddy Casey Brunson there in the 4th spot. So the cream of the crop has really risen here late in the going as we got 2 to go on the racetrack. 2 more trips around for the number 926, the X91 car. Barrett Bishop off into turns number 3 and 4. The starter going to unfurl that white flag down. 1 more trip around for Barrett Bishop leading this field. Blackburn, Moore, Brunson, Eichstadt, a lot to work out and decide for second on back as far as standings go. As far as points go, and I apologize, my points screen didn't pop up tonight when I populated it, so I apologize to thank Jim Revis sending over points that Phil didn't even get to here for the Sunday shootout. And a lot of fun to cover, but off of turn number 4, the checkered flag goes up in the air and give this round of a Sunday shootout to the 926 of Barrett Bishop. The race for second goes to David Blackburn, Stephen Moore third, Casey Brunson fourth. Eric Eichstadt gets a terrific run tonight with a top 5. Give Justin Holt 6th. E.J. Jones, the hard charter tonight, he will finish 7th. Kyle Moyer 8th. Josh Ely 9th. And Jim Revis sneaks his way into finishing in the top 10. 11th goes to the Tyson Pankow, number 91. Justin Pruitt 12th. David Brewer 13th. Wes Wiggin 14th. And the high side one, Henry Jones, rounds out our top 15. Josh Peacock, a quiet night for the 61. He'll finish up 16th. 17th to Brandon Culp. 18th, Kevin Prettyman. Alex Brewer finishing 19th. Caleb Reif brings the 32 car home with a top 20. 21st goes to Alex Cummings. 22nd, Dan Worthington. Ryan Bronson, 23rd. Jason Salter, 24th. Chris Lawrence finishing up 25th. And also behind the wall now include Michael Whitlock's number 00. Kyle Surratt's number 18. Tim Cahealy's number 999. And Sam Perry's number 091 running on a 29-car field. The big winner tonight, Barrett Bishop in Knoxville. We'll talk to him and the rest of the top 3 over in Discord live next on your source for esports racing. All right, back here live. Post-race show presented by BladeNo.com for Sunday Shootout Series Dirt Warrior Racing League. The big winner tonight, besides all of you watching through Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV, is Barrett Bishop. Second goes to David Brewer in the number 16. And our third place finisher will bring up here aboard the bulletproof number 73, our old friend Screaming Stephen Moore with a top 3 run. Stephen, terrific job for you on a night where I think we've seen a little bit of everything here. You had a good car early. It started to go away toward the middle. You get some track position back, and that car came back to life, buddy. Tell us about your...
Yeah, pretty much exactly that. It was pretty fast there at the beginning of the run, and then, yeah, about mid-run there, before we got that first caution, I kind of fell back there a bit. And then, yeah, at the end, she was a rocket ship. Just couldn't really get around David there to challenge Barrett.
Now, when we saw the car was really strong early, came on really strong late. If you had the middle of this one to go back and do, maybe make the adjustment, was the racetrack that kind of got away from you? You get stuck in the wrong line? Was it the setup, a little bit of both? What do you think had that car backsliding? Because early on, you were putting up one of the top 2 or 3 times all the way, all-wheel drive.
Yeah, the setup could probably use a little tweak or something like that. I don't know. I might have been driving the track a little bit wrong. There's a part there too where I was just kind of stuck on the high side. There's nowhere I can go, and yeah.
Well, Steven, it's been a while since we've done this here on the post-race show at DWRL. Let me give you the microphone one more time, buddy. A great group of people watching tonight. I know you got a great part of teammates here and a lot of people that help those cars go fast week after week, man. So take the floor away and thank all you got to thank.
Yeah, just first of all, I always got to thank my teammates over at Bulletproof Motorsports. Got to thank my sponsors, TechWeld, Razor Electronics, and JP Designs. Also got to thank you guys over at Full Velocity for all the awesome broadcasts you guys do. And also got to thank Jim and Eric over at DWR for putting on the series. And lastly, just got to thank my friends and family for supporting my racing.
All right, well, he's got them all covered right there. Great guy. I love talking to this guy. I love watching him race out there. Car number 73, Stephen Moore. Third place run here in Knoxville tonight. I would say that's our job pretty well done for him. We'll take a little bit further walk down here, and we'll go down here. We passed a couple of guys. See, Jim Revis is down here, but we got car number 16, the Dirt Warrior Camp. David Blackberg with a second place running your car fast all night long. Lost some track position. Lost some, looks like your car really liked up high versus down low. how was this racetrack over the course of the night? It was really tame early up high, and then it started to just go crazy there. Number 3 wide racing. How much of a transition did this track go through over 60 laps?
Oh, I went through a lot. Once the Cushing all the way up to the wall, it was three wide racing from front to back. It looked like.
Now, it looked like your car was really set up to make it happen up high. The few times I seen you get down low, did it get bogged off? Was it more slick down there? What was going on behind the wheel of that car? Because said up high was where you had to be to really make that time.
Yeah, I got to mess around with a gear change here. I think with this new build, it seems like you can run the bottom a little better. Top sign isn't as dominant as it used to be.
Talk about these new builds, man, because we get out there, we get 13 weeks in a season before they make a patch or an update or something. You think you finally get a handle on something, they throw you another curveball. It almost seemed like we're chasing our tails for making laps and laps at these tracks. You got to feel like it's just a rabbit chase sometimes.
Yeah, I like this build out of all the ones I've raced on. Seems like the racing's a lot better. It's not one lane all around every track anymore.
That's good, and it's really shown here recently for us as well. David, terrific job. Always a great interview, my friend. A second place run here tonight on the network. Let me give you the mic one more time and let you thank who you got to thank.
First, I got to thank the guys at Team Dirt Warrior, and the guys at DWRL for putting this on every week for us. Jason at Trash Panda Graphics, my girlfriend Holly, and you guys for doing the broadcast.
All right, another guy there. I think these guys are some practice. They got all the bases covered. They don't miss too much over here. Really good drivers. This one here, terrific job tonight. Where our friend David Blackberg also got tonight's Hard Motorsports Quick Time. So terrific job, man. We'll do this again soon. I promise.
Have a good one.
All right, let him go. Car number 16, David Blackberg. We'll let him walk off, and we'll take a little walk here. We jump over the wall, and we get down to Bladeno.com Victory Lane, where a lot of familiar faces down here. It is Barrett Bishop back in Victory Lane at Knoxville. Barrett, terrific run for you here tonight. This race had a little bit of everything for us, didn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Now, talk about the first 35 laps of this race, all caution-free. It was kind of, I got to say, I can't say the word tame, I mean, it got strung out the first 25 laps. And then it got to about halfway, and you guys just all got after it, 2 and 3 wide racing. When these tracks slick it off the way they do, God, that'd be a lot of fun to drive. What's it like having to go through traffic and race around some of these guys?
Yeah, it's pretty fun. Glad we're finally getting some long green flag runs. But it's pretty fun racing with a teammate there before he got wrecked by the same ones. Been doing it every week. But it's been a lot of fun racing this.
Certainly has. Yeah, a tough break there for the 10-car assaulter. Got turned around there, got Brewer, if you will, back to the back.
Right.
He did a hell of a job out here tonight at the Knoxville Raceway. A well-deserved win, really fast race car that fell just right for you, bud. Let me give you the mic one more time and let you thank all the great people there.
I thank my teammates, 691 Motorsports, Trash Panda Graphics, Auburn Transportation, and y'all for broadcasting.
All right, well, there he is, tonight's winner from Bladeno.com Victory Lane. Aboard car number 926, Barrett Bishop taking down the win. I'm sure a guy will stay down here. We'll throw a couple back with and have a good time. Great guy, and love talking to these guys. X91, Bulletproof, and all these gang over here that make up DWRL. Great friends of ours. Hope to be a part of this great group for a long, long time. Thank you so much for playing along tonight with the hijinks and the fun we try to have here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. For the gang at DWRL, for Jim, for Eric, for Justin, all of us here. I got to thank Jack Truin, thank Todd Stanton, Ron Piles, Blake McCandless, all the entire gang. We're going to thank James Grace. How much of a great job that he did yesterday out there at the Xnet Raps 300. Welcome him to the broadcast team as well. For all of us, thank our great sponsors one more time. Hanover Record Service, iRacing, iFlag.com, Voiles Trucking, CCM Custom Designs and Engraving. Also got to thank Bladeno.com, South Texas Speedway, Milton Media Production and Design, Trash Panda Graphics. We'll see you next time here on TDR Racing. Can't forget them, TDR Racing and Hard Motorsports. For all these guys, from all of us, have a great rest of your weekend, everybody. We'll see you back here tomorrow night live. We're at VLR. Great Monster Bash race coming up tomorrow night. Be safe, everyone.